Are we live? Yes, we are. Hi. Hi, Sip and Share page. I feel like I haven't done a Meet the Distiller chat for ages. I've just been letting them like busily get on with making gin. No, they need to come and talk to us and tell us about it. So let's see who's on and what we are having to drink. I put that glass down like, what are we having? I can't believe it's only day 2 and already I want my children to be adopted by someone else. But, you know, it's fine. We'll be absolutely fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. Hi, everybody. What are we drinking? What are we... I'm very focused on the alcohol. Paula, your big 7's just arrived. Yay! Congratulations. I feel like you've had a baby. Like, congratulations. Hi, Vicky. You will know it is just me right now. Mike is here. Don't worry, everybody. 20 of you on pretty quick. God, you're all like, desperado. We want to talk about gin. Yeah, I thought it was about time that I did another Distiller interview. And hi, Terry. Big 7 and tonic. Yes. And I thought, seeing as we have this absolutely phenomenal. I've not even had one yet. I can't speak. That's not going to go well. Amazing. It's going with amazing offer. Let's talk to them. Let's see what they're all about. It did take me a moment to realise it's big 7 because there's 7 botanicals. I'm not going to lie to you all. Took me a moment. But let's meet. Pop the cup. Woo, Tina. I love how people are opening it like live with us. How very interactive we are. Oh, and by the way, Happy New Year, because I've not been on live since the New Year, which is really shameful of me. I'm a bad person. But we bring you beautiful spirits at amazing prices. So let's say hi to Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Hi, how are we? What are we sipping? Are we drinking a big 7?
I am drinking a big 7.
Right. You're ready-made.
Ready-made.
Now, quick question, do you free pour? Are you a single? Are you a double? What are you?
Oh, real drinkers free pour.
Yeah.
We pour and count to 10.
So that's me, but as part of my, when I say New Year resolution, I mean just this week. I'm on a mission to pour. So when I spoke to my mum earlier to measure, my mum was like, I've not had a drink for a few days. I was like, my new thing is I measure just for, you know, just for starters. Oh God. There's something quite satisfying as well about the whole, even if you just pour 2 of them. In we go. Right. Skinny tonic, Mike, or Indian?
Indian.
That's what I think as well. I reckon Indian. And garnish. Do you garnish or not to garnish?
I always garnish with a grapefruit. If I haven't got a grapefruit, then a little bit of rosemary. We like rosemary.
Oh, I'm doing grapefruit. I'm excited about this. I'm doing grapefruit and Indian tonic. Okay.
We're championing the London Essence grapefruit and rosemary because it actually complements it really well.
Oh, that's nice. I've not spoken to those guys as a tonic people yet, so they're on my list. Hi, Leslie. So, who are you? Where are you in the country? Tell us. Oh God, let me do this. There we go. Tell us a bit about, and tell us where you got the name from, Charles and Mike Distilling.
Well, we're Charles and Mike. We are in Essex. There's some awesome places around us, all popping up all over the place.
It's a busy area, Essex, isn't it?
Very busy area. I think everyone in Essex loves a gin. That's the best thing. And the name's really simple. It's myself and my best mate Charlie, who is the other half of Charles and Mike. Yeah. He didn't want to come on though because he's not as good looking as I am.
Oh really? Okay.
It's a problem we've had for a little while, to be fair.
Okay, yeah, so I get that. So we just leave him behind the scenes. Yeah. Like, let him be like the science nerd or something, just that behind maybe the brawn and the looks. I get it. I like it.
Definitely. And so we kind of just kept that really simple. Not going to waste our time trying to think of fancy names and stuff. We're going to put all of our time into the products that we're making. So I like Mike Distilling is as simple as it can be.
I like that angle. We were too busy researching botanicals, getting to grips with the equipment, getting our distillery sorted. So when HMRC asked for a name, we just went with Charles and Mike Distilling because we're too busy making amazing stuff. That I like that logic. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'll tell
it was quite fun for us. You know, the stories for us started like way back in 2019 when we went to a Christmas party with Halewood Wine and Spirits, so Whitney Mill and London Distillery, City of London Distillery, and we did like a day there, an evening there where we drank and we made gin, and Charlie came up with this gin called the Big Charles of all things, and it kind of had some of the same ingredients that the Big Seven does have now. However, the Big Seven is a very doctored version of that. So it was way back then, and then we kind of wanted to look into how we started. So you know, we went on to HMRC, so we could get an L5 rectifier's license. Thought, oh, this would be a bit of fun. So we bought a still from China off eBay. It wasn't fun. This still did the strangest stuff. It like wobbled, and it did all kinds of weird stuff. We had to manually put water in it. It was quite hard work and scary at the same time. But we actually produced some gin from it.
I'm picturing, just so you know, Mike, I'm picturing something off like Harry Potter or Hogwarts or Wizarding.
Yeah, you're about right. You're about right there.
Okay.
Picture the pair of us laying behind the sofa like this, try and make sure it doesn't explode. So we made some gin way back then in probably January time, and it was really simple. It was quite literally juniper and coriander seed and neutral spirit.
Right.
And we pushed it through, and it was some gin, and that kind of gave us a little bit of a buzz. You know, we made some gin, made some alcohol. How do we kind of move this on? What do we do? So we needed a recipe. We needed to get some botanicals and make it right. You know, we look at all these gins that have got hundreds of botanicals in, and you kind of think, oh, you know, I'm going to get lost in a gin that's got 30 botanicals in. We didn't really want to do that, so we wanted to keep it simple as. And we kind of looked at this recipe, and we knew we wanted to use chamomile. And I don't know if you've ever opened a bag of chamomile, but it stinks out the whole street.
Oh no, I haven't.
It's the most intense smelling stuff ever. So you pop the bag open, and the whole place just smelt like chamomile. But it's the toughest botanical to get right. So I think we must have pushed through a good 30 odd litres before. And bear in mind, this still we had was only a 5 litre still. Right. We pushed through about 30 odd litres before we actually managed to get that chamomile right.
So what was chamomile? What was it about? Because I don't think I've had. I think I said this when I did the review. I don't think I've had a gin that's got chamomile in it, or I've not known of it. So what was it that was this Charlie with his like Big Charles is going to have a chamomile in it? Like, how did the chamomile thing come about? Is this testing? And
I think you hit it on the head there. We had never really seen a gin with chamomile in it either. And it only needs to be in there to be as subtle as it is. You know, it's super subtle. It helps complement the citrusy flavors in it. So, and it's such a small amount that we use that, you know, but it's become the character of the drink.
Right. And that's what Nessie featured her cocktails in December around, was the chamomile and the basil smash and the chamomile sour. And I think every word sold out of chamomile bags because we were going, what the hell are we going to do with this chamomile bags? So it's the smallest. So talk us through the botanicals. Let me show you, because I did have to have a moment where I thought, Big Seven, why is it called Big Seven? And then went, oh yeah, okay, that's it.
Seven big botanicals.
Talk us through what's in it. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, I'll tell you about your label in particular. So if you notice, mine is copper and yours is gold.
Well, is this me? Is this you treating me really special?
Us treating the first 20 people that got one to a bottle with a gold 7 on it. So being a bit cheeky. So you and Nessie both have a gold 7.
Wait a minute, are you joking?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah, gold 7 on it.
So wait a minute, this is gold and yours is copper.
Yeah. So the normal label will have a copper shine, whereas yours is a gold.
Right.
Very special.
Very special indeed. So so tell us about it. So this was it started off as Charles's thing. That was an original kind of thing he had in his head, and then we played with botanicals, and then you landed on something which is absolutely delicious. People saying it's going down way too easily.
So we it took us a few times, like I said, to get to that drink. And me and Charlie, we love a good argument between the two of us. So we're quite good at drinking. So drinking probably 30 odd litres of gin between the two of us. I know he fell asleep in my daughter's bedroom on the floor. So that's kind of how much it helped. But the first sip of the first run of Big 7 was probably what we would call disappointing, because we knew we'd pushed the chamomile too far.
Okay.
So it almost just ruined it. So we then went back to the drawing board, dialed it back, and then dialed it really back. And what came out was what you have today, what we have today. That citrusy finish with that lovely floral note to it that just kind of sits with you for a bit. We kind of wanted a gin that's a bit like whiskey. It kind of sits with you a little bit.
Okay.
It stays with you. You'll burp later on and go, "Oh, Big 7." It's that kind of thing.
Never do that. That's no. How dare you? I totally understand where you're coming from with it. It's incredibly smooth, this gin. It is like a pleasure to drink. There's no harshness to it at all. And I did wonder if the chamomile, so let's just read out the botanicals: lemongrass, juniper, angelica root, bay leaf, grapefruit, chamomile, and cassia bark. And I did wonder if chamomile adds to that softness that it has. Although it's citrus, it's got a real softness is the only word I've got in my vocabulary to give to you on that. But there's something about it that makes it very smooth and just easy.
I think we use a grain spirit, so we don't kind of use a sugar spirit or anything that like that. So we use a grain spirit that will help it be a little bit smoother, where the botanicals will just round that off a bit. As we cut it quite early in the hearts as well, so we don't end up oily. That's one thing we really didn't want to do. So we cut quite early to kind of keep them oils in the tails. We again early on in some of our batches that we drank ourselves, there was always a little bit of sediment, so we knew we were taking it too far. That little bit of oiliness, that little bit of like graininess. So we worked it so we can make these cuts at the right time across every piece that we do, so we get the product that we do.
So where did this come? So the Big 7 gin, and you've got other products as well, right?
Yeah, so we do lots of limited editions, and we're working a lot now on the design of them limited editions and what they look like, and what we're going to be. Yeah, I mean, the credit goes to a lady called Andrea Kirkwood, who she works for a company called Avian, and they produced our label for us. They're an agency. They produced it for us. We said, this is us. This is what we do. She was like, "Oh, I can make you something." And she comes back she gave us 12 designs.
Oh my life!
I know, and we debated quite a lot of them. Me and Charlie, I said, we're really good at debating things. So we went backwards and forwards on a lot of them, but we were very much unison on this one. It's a beautiful look. It's very premium. That's what we're going for here. It's that premium look, and with the foil press underneath it, it just gives it that beautiful shine. We love that.
And it's so nice to see a label and a brand match the quality of the product, because actually this gin deserves this style branding. It deserves to have something that looks and feels like that. If it had been anything less, as a consumer, and I'm a marketeer, but as a consumer, you're a bit like, what? I'm confused. It tastes amazing, but it doesn't look as amazing it could do. So it was really nice when I saw this, and very excited about the whole gold and copper thing as well, that it actually reflects the quality of the product is reflected in the branding. To have those two things matches, that's when you go, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. We're really proud of what it looks like, and the hard work is to get liquid on lips, get people drinking it and talking about it. That's the hard bit now for us. Obviously, stuck in lockdown, there's not too much we can do at the minute, but with help from yourself, which has been fantastic, we're getting there.
And well, you guys, and we've had chats with Vicky that works with you, that these 10 bottles that you've put on at this amazing price, so they've all sold out. And it wasn't a surprise, to be honest. When Nessie and I did the tasting, and Nessie and I did the cocktail night, her and I chatted about it, and she was like, "You're going to taste it before you do a live?" And I was like, "No, that's the whole point. I've got to do a live with it." She was like, "It's amazing." It's like, "All right, Ness, no pressure, will you?" So and I've agreed with Vicky that we're going to put some more on, but we can't sustain, and the members know this, we can't sustain that price point. But I think even I think we're doing £33 delivered. That is still an amazing offer. So I'm very pleased that I will personally be able to use my own shop to complete transactions and checkout. So tell us a bit about the rest of the family. You said you do some limited editions. What other products have you got? Because I know this isn't the only one. So tell us about what other stuff you do.
Yeah, so one of the first limited editions we did a raspberry liqueur, but it was really popular. We kind of came away from that liqueur side of things for the moment. The equipment needed for liqueurs and production is very different to what we're using for full strength. So we found it quite challenging to get the product quality consistent in the liqueur. So what we did is we then went from that raspberry liqueur to full strength. And one of the full strength ones we released, I think probably in the summer, was habanero and lime. We did a little 250 habanero and lime bottle. And it was great, and I really enjoyed it. My own issue with it was I kind of left the habaneros in it a bit too long, so it kind of blew my head off.
Well, like an on the edge, like, I dare you to try this.
It quite literally was. So you kind of and it had a ginger ale with it, and what it did is it killed the spice, and then you got this beautiful chili sweet gin with ginger ale, and it was a really good compliment. So we're definitely going to bring that back through.
Okay.
We'll bring that back out again, probably in Q2 of this year when we can get rolling again.
Yeah. Well, you comments, people saying love the lime and habanero. I don't think I've ever said the word habanero. Tina saying no, it was amazing. In my mind, I've got this picture of you two sat on the sofa drinking gin and tonic, and Charlie going, "Mike, did you take the habaneros out?" And you going, "Shit, no, no, quick."
No, I think it was more, "Oh, Charlie, can you try this?" And he was like, "Fuck you out, Jesus Christ." He was like, but yeah, I mean, dry habanero chilies are notoriously hot. So and it wasn't kind of maceration either. We suspended them. So we suspended them above Big Seven in a tub.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and it still just pulled all of that flavour and the colour and everything through. So I was really happy with it. It sold out really quickly. So we're definitely gonna bring it back to life.
Right. Well, what I'm gonna say then is, please, can we have some of that? Because I always feel like it's a gin dare. I always feel like the way you described it, but like, I've got to try that surely. So okay, so that's one that's been and gone, but is hopefully on its way back.
And it made a beautiful cocktail. It just had that nice balance, that little bit of spice at the back of your throat, that little bit of gin, that kind of sweet, savoury mix that people love.
Okay.
Christmas time we put the slow out. Everyone goes slow picking. Me and my little girl, we went slow picking for hours.
Start them young on the working in the gin business. Yeah. That's what I like. Yeah. Get out there, get a basket. Yeah, good.
She's constantly talking to me about my gin, so I always go, "Do you want some?" She's like, "No." So I can't get her to drink it. I'm not condoning children
No,
alcohol.
we're not condoning that. It is funny when they ask, though. My daughter has sucked an ice cube that was in the bottom of the glass, and she is very proud of the fact that I've tasted gin. She's like, I have gin now, Mummy. I'm 6. I have. I'm basically 18 now. I'm like, okay, this level of convincing at you and everybody else is not a healthy thing. You sucked an ice cube once. Let's leave it at that. Thank you. So is the slow still available?
No, the slow sold out super quick.
Nice.
It really surprises us how quick these 250 bottles sell. We sell them quite cheap. We're using a duty paid spirit, so we've already done that piece of work in terms of duty, so we can work a good price out from that point. And when it goes that quick, we know it's successful. So I think that was 3 months in the making, that slow gin. When it went into a tub, sat there for 3 months, and constantly checking it. Does it need anything else? Does it need more sloes? Does it need some sugar? Does it need some more alcohol? But it did really well on its own in that tub and matured quite nicely. And the colour that came out of it was incredible when we put it through a filter. So I think we put it through the filter and we were kind of like, oh, this is like a rich red colour. It was fantastic. But,
so slow's done. Slow's gone. Lime and habanero's gone. Anything else? Anything else we've got?
Well, that's it for what we've done so far in terms of flavours. But next up for us is we've had the designs. We're done with Big 7 Blackberry.
Oh!
So we will have a Big 7 Blackberry coming out soon.
And what I like about that, Mike, straight away, is knowing that I've already very much enjoyed, this is so easy to drink, enjoying this gin. I kind of get a feel for the sorts of stuff you make and your principles, like your gin guiding principles, so to speak. So I already know that the blackberry is not going to be sickly sweet, and it's going to be quite complex, and it's probably going to look beautiful. And so that's where branding is so important. So when is the blackberry coming, and can members have some, please?
Members can absolutely have some. I haven't got a firm date yet. We have a few hoops to jump through first, so we will get through them hoops. But it's going to be part of the Big 7 family. So
Big 7's got a family. I like that.
It will have many brothers and sisters as we grow. And our limited editions are our limited editions, but Big 7 is a brand of its own. So the Blackberry Big 7, she's going to have a lovely purple foil 7. So you'll have a nice, if you have the collection, you'll have all the different colours along the 7 as we move.
I'm obsessed with the collection. I know a lot of people that love a lineup. We love a lineup. This is exciting. Okay. Yeah.
So, we're really excited to get it out there. But we've just got to do the work now to make sure it's right for the customer, for you guys, and we want to make sure it's right because we're writing our names on it. So.
Absolutely. And do you know what that is? I was joking obviously about the name thing at the beginning, and where did you get your name from? But actually, when you are putting your name on something, and when you are, hi, I'm 50% of that organization that are making the stuff that's in your glass, you are signing it. You have to be so proud of it. So and I think that's another thing that shows the attention to detail. Is chamomile going to feature as part of Big 7? Is chamomile tied to the Big 7 products and be worked into everything, or is it just something that works for this one and you'll see how it goes for others?
I think it will stay the base for this gin. So when we make Big 7 Blackberry, that base will be what you're drinking today.
Okay. Oh my God. So we're just building on this.
And then we're going to build, we'll be built with that. We'll use the blackberries. We'll infuse the Big 7 gin, or we'll infuse our neutral spirit before it goes in. We'll botanical it. We'll then pull that flavour through, make sure that blackberry is strong enough, and we'll decide whether we want a clear blackberry or we want a coloured blackberry. That's the choice to make.
Yeah. What's your personal, as a gin drinker, what's your personal preference and the answer to that question?
I like it clear.
Okay.
Because that's your flavour. Your flavour has come from the distiller. For me, that I like it clear. However, what we will do is we will do a comparison of the two, and we'll send it out to a few people and get their opinions, I think. just to see, why would we want, what are the wins to do it as a blackberry colour, or what are the wins to do it as a clear? So you'll get a lot more flavour through by infusing it as well, so it will become really blackberry. However, do we want to just have a clear liquid?
Oh, I can feel like 23 people putting their hand up and going, when it comes to testing, there's a community here that are more than up for it. Oh, Leslie, a hint of tinge of colour. Clear black. There's something that feels very clever about a clear blackberry gin, doesn't it? Like, you kind of a bit like, what? Oh, that's my simple mind is like, it's blackberry, it should look purple.
That was always something that used to kind of blow my mind when I was a bit younger, visiting distilleries and talking to people, is they would always say, oh, it's got all this stuff in it. And you go, but why is it clear? Like, oh, because it comes off clear all the time. Distillate is clear. And you're like, what? Yeah. Trying to work
flavoured. Why is it not green? I don't simple mind. Like, it's magic. Let's go with it's magic. Many people buy into that. It's just magic. Oh, well, that's
like when you put loads of molasses into a still and it's big, thick, black treacle, horrible stuff, and it sticks to the wall, and then you run it through a still and it comes out as clear liquid and it's rum. Yeah. And you think, oh.
Well, that's an exciting decision to have to make. Is that a decision that you're going to have to make in the next 3 months, do you think?
Yeah.
Lockdown, obviously, and all that jazz, but you're hoping to progress that in the next quarter, in this quarter?
Yeah. So we want to have that out probably by March time. So
everybody, did you hear that? You know what that means? When a distiller wants to launch in March, we are here. Like, solidarity to March. We're with you. Okay. We won't hold you to it, but I'll look forward to.
It's like you can hold us to it. We've got lots of conversations to have between myself and Charlie, and we drag Vicky along, so we have to have a conversation with Vicky as well.
You just got to wait for the day when all of a sudden you guys are having a 3-way Zoom, and I'm like, hi team. So how are we getting on for a March launch? I'm in. Well, that's exciting to know that that's on the horizon. So you're in Essex, aren't you? Are both you and Charlie Essex?
We're both in Essex. Yeah, we both live either side of the distillery, so he comes in from one way, I come in from the other.
Right.
The distillery is in a place called Margaret Roding, so it's like kind of in the sticks in the middle of nowhere. We've got a fun landlord who is not on the planet, which is pretty good. He's a farmer, so he's just kind of. We went in there the other day and he'd built us a toilet, so he just kind of things just pop up.
Right. Look, as long as he doesn't mess with the stuff, or if he is, he's going to add value to it, or make it practice. And I mean, who knows what he's got on that farm? I mean, that's the beauty of potential. Awesome. So we will keep our eyes wide open for blackberry. Thank you so much for this. The 10 that you have given us. Where is it?
No worries.
At that phenomenal price point. I know it's been incredibly popular, and I will change it on our members shop so they can still continue to buy it. I've now got to run a networking meeting at 7:30, and I'm going to pour another one. I think I'm
another one. Definitely have another one.
Yeah. Anything else we need to know about you and the team before we let everybody get on with their Wednesday evening?
Well, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone so far for their reaction to the gin. I think it's been really warming for me and Charlie to see the reaction of everybody that's been drinking, sharing their pictures, just the enjoyment around it. And we from the bottom of our hearts, we say thank you. And we really want you to share that out there, let people know that it's there. They can grab a bottle on our site, on your site. We're starting to get more coverage. We're speaking to a lot of people this week about other opportunities. So the more coverage, the better. So just a big thank you from us.
Good. Well, we'll make sure that members keep sharing their pictures on Instagram and Facebook and tagging you guys in. And we will look forward to continuing to drink this. Oh, look, fab product, chaps. Thanks, Tina.
Thanks, Tina.
And it's awesome. Yes, it is. So we'll keep our eyes out for blackberry, and in the meantime, we'll continue to enjoy this. So thank you so much, and I hope you do stay well. The conversation we just had. I hope you do stay well. And we will, I'm sure we'll speak to you again soon, Mike. And pass my love on to Charlie as well, won't you?
Thanks, Kate.
All right. See you soon. Right. I'll say bye.
Bye.